4, and that'll make it 2nd down.
So many times you hear today's NFL described as a space game. Get your best players into space with the football in their hands.
Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the linebacker, Jared Davis. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Charles, when plays like that work, it's a thing to behold, but sometimes we see why they're very deep in the playbook.
And how many times have we been at practice and heard all the other guys chirping about, you know, I used to play quarterback in high school, I can do this, until it becomes a game situation. Not quite the same in many cases.
It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I know when I was a kid, I always got real excited when I saw those lateral-type runs. But the best backs that made it happen, they put a foot in the ground and just go. That didn't happen there. That play got swallowed up.
2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to East Rutherford, but first this timeout.
Big 20, big 20, lady!
From his own goal line, Stafford. And that's complete to Luke Wilson. And they'll get him down up past the 15. They were looking for a cushion from that end zone. He gave it to him, 15 big yards. And they'll go on the ground. And he'll take this one up to about the 23. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Tough running there. That's a hard-earned 4 yards.
Yeah, those are the unsung kind of runs. They don't fill up the stat sheet, but they do set you up in good position on 2nd down.
Oh, a design run for their wideout. And he's able to get out to the 32, brought down there. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
They'll try a little trickery here on the end around. And down he goes just beyond the 35, and that pretty move got him some extra space to run. 5 yards is the tally on first down. That brings up 2nd and 5. They'll try the air now with Stafford. And incomplete there. A nice hit. Jars the ball free and brings up 3rd down.
This defense not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
From the gun on 3rd down, Stafford. And he locates Luke Wilson. And he's taken down, but not before he gets this into enemy territory across the 40. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. Now it's Stafford. Wilson snags it left side. He got 29 yards that time. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. To the air again, Stafford. Blitz coming, and down he goes. And they'll burn the timeout with 5 seconds left. A chance to try to add 3 points before heading to the locker room. So on 2nd down, the field goal unit is on here as they try to get 3 before half. And Prater's kick is on the money. It's good. And the Lions are going to take a 3-0 lead. Now the drive ends in just 3, but they'll take it. Looks like they'll head to the locker room, barring something unfortunate, in front on the scoreboard.
Yeah, they may not be jumping up and down and celebrating because they have the lead, but still, Any little momentum in a game like this is important to a team, and they'll feel real good about going in and regrouping, knowing that they are out in front.
The Giants offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
Toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And now out come the Giants. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Manning will try again on 2nd down. Over the middle, complete. It's Shepard. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. And the play goes for 19 yards. Gives them a new set of downs. On 1st and 10, here's Manning. Quick throw that's complete on the inside slant. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. 11 more yards that go around, a 1st down as well. Manning now to throw. And his throw is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. Manning again here on 2nd and 10. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. The 2017 All-Pro Darius Slay there in coverage, knocking it away.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Quandre Diggs. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Want to make a quick pivot here for a second to get your MVP predictions going into week 1 of this season. Do you have Rodgers, Brady, Wentz, Brees, or is it somebody kind of off the radar a little bit?
Yeah, maybe a Russell Wilson because the offense runs through him down in Seattle, and quarterbacks always get the first look. I'm going with the running back, Todd Gurley, Los Angeles Rams. I think he's a threat for 1,000 yards on the ground and 1,000 yards through the air. He's that type of a player.
So you're going Gurley. What about Deshaun Watson? Any shot there?
Certainly. Look at the numbers last year. When he played, they averaged over 30 points per game when he was a starter. When he didn't play, those numbers fell off in a big way.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And very little daylight there. He'll get a couple up to the 44.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
The Lions on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This time they face a 3rd and 2. And they'll go with the ground attack here. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on fourth down tries. They're trying again. They'll try and throw for it here. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at the 45 in enemy territory. A curious decision to go for it, but it pays off with a first down.
We're rolling. Omaha, remove. Set. 180.
Now a handoff working right. And they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
Hey, 22. 180.
Now they try the right side here. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 12 yards. And that'll bring up a 3rd and 1.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. And they'll run it here. And he gets it to the 34, good enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play. It'll be second down.
Ready. 180.
Back now here at MetLife Stadium. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter.
Set. 180.
Well, now they'll try the end around. Takes this to the 32, maybe the 31, as the defense rallies quickly after the nice move. Olivier Vernon brings him down. And in this situation with the lead fourth quarter, they're liking keeping the ball on the ground, I'm sure.
That's just smart football, but you know the defense has to know it as well. They've got to stop them here. So now we're going to see that loading the box in a big way. 6, 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take, puts a little bit more pressure on your big offensive line.
Now the throw on 3rd down, knocked away and incomplete. So the field goal unit is on the field, as this is a big spot right here. He was true on his first, this a tough one from 49 yards away. And that hits the right upright and caroms away. It's no good. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, it wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Let's go. Good.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And his throw here's incomplete. Partner, remember back in the first half when you talked about them passing up on the 3 when they went for it on 4th down?
Yeah, it changes your options, doesn't it? Because if they took the 3 there, we've got a tie ball game on our hands, and maybe the thinking on this drive absolutely changes.
Yeah, you talked about filing that play away for later. Now we resurface it. Now Manning, he sets to fire deep, and he's unable to grab it. Thought he might have had position, couldn't hold on, 3rd down.
There's definitely contact there, but it's the fourth quarter of a kind of tight game, and sometimes the officials just say, let them play. Kind of like your mom used to with you and your brothers. Just take the broom to you and send you out to the backyard and tell you to settle yourselves.
I like Yeah, there was contact. I don't know, like you said, enough to warrant the flag. It was close, though. Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on fourth down.
Four down. Check. Let's go. Hey.
Now Manning. Got to have this one. Flush to his right. It's caught. Shepard. And he takes this one all the way across midfield into enemy territory down to the 40-yard line. 21 yards there. A big play on fourth down. Manning now on first down. And for a third time tonight, he's intercepted. Picked off by Quadre Diggs. And the return this time will go out to the 42-yard line. Thought they had something going there to break that goose egg here in the second half, but to no avail.
Hope was alive until that interception. What a terrific play, taking the ball away after it looked like they were starting a drive.
And now that shutout still standing. You know that's something those defensive guys are going to cry on to.
No doubt about it. They're excited about where they are in this game.
And able to work about 5 yards out of this as he's taken down up near the 47. And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. It'll only be a gain of a yard, and it sets up a third down at 4 now.
And this is an absolutely big third down that's been set up here, partner, and there's no other way to put it. The defense has to get a stop here if they have any hopes of winning this game.
Has to. You said big third down. I'd put the word big in capital letters here. And they'll go on the ground. And he might have got this across midfield, not by much. They'll mark it down at the 49. It's a pickup of 3, but it brings up what will be an interesting 4th and 1. The offense staying out there. They're at 50%, 2 for 4 thus far in the game. What can they do here on 4th down? Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
21.
They snap it to Stafford. And Tate's got it. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. Now a handoff looking right. And he's got room. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 15. And now the Giants, they get the officials' attention and take another timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. Right back to him on first down. And now run it. And he takes this one in for a Lions touchdown. LeGarrette Blount, a 13-yard touchdown run. And the Lions add on to their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. They get one more as the extra point's up and good, and the lead grows to 10-0. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. And the Giants ready to come out now. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because his confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
Back to throw. Manning. He's going to let it fly. And this is intercepted. And that should do it.
Ass in the 5 on the drop top beam.
He's now thrown 4 interceptions, and I hate to mention this, but he's a guy that has twice thrown 5 in his career in a single game.
Spider.
Believe, isn't it? And the tough part is, playing in this NFL, you don't normally just back off totally from throwing the football, do you? So the potential exists for that 5th one to occur.
Buying time to his left. And he'll go out of bounds. It appears right at the 45. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
I like his thought process and his ability to move and get downfield. But what I didn't like was the final decision, to go out of bounds. They want to keep the clock moving. Instead, they give the defense an extra timeout.
Stafford going to throw it. And an alley to run. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dalvin Tomlinson able to collapse the pocket and drop him for a loss of a yard.
How many times have we sat with coordinators, and especially the defensive guys, that talked about big plays, sacks? They often come in bunches. Well, it may not be a bunch here, but that is the 3rd sack of the game for them.
And around the sack 3 or 4, I would think it starts to get in the quarterback's head a little bit.
Not just the quarterback, the offensive play caller, the offensive line, knocks people off balance and changes what they normally do.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The Lions on 3rd down. They've struggled to the tune of 2 for 8 so far. This is 3rd and 11. Now Stafford. He's going to let one fly for 10. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. Now it's Stafford. They're able to locate Wilson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more, little insult to injury here late in the game. This a 40-yard attempt from the left hash. And the 11-year veteran bangs it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but it's still 8-up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Well, in this one, partner, we had some action all the way down to the final whistle there with the late points and then the kickoff to end it.
Yeah, and the best part about it is just seeing how teams battled all the way to the end, you know. Didn't really matter. Scoreboard was pretty well set, but they still competed until the final whistle.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. From MetLife Stadium, good night, everybody.
Yeah.
They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
As you can see, I'm stomping people. As you can see. Different from 18. Took me a while to learn how to play it.
Hey, the computer? Number 6? I know. Where do I put it? One family, different unlimited plans, starting at $40 per line on the network you deserve.
Keep things light and airy with delicious Lay's Potables.
Thanks for sharing, finally.
One pop and you're in love.
What about this guy?
This guy's been through a lot.
Dogs bring out the good in us. Pedigree brings out the good in them. Feed the good. Are unpredictable Crohn's symptoms following you everywhere?
No money,
It's time to take back control.
no honey.
For adults with moderate to severe impacted Crohn's disease, studies show that weak preparation of dosing every 8 weeks.
I'm very important. I took a break, had some things that had to get sorted. I might retire from my prime like I'm enjoying. Table dancing in Southampton. Use the glasses for banners. Be cooling out in the whip and had a every girl on my list. KB at the 3, Djokovic with the racket. Thumbs in the pool, I'm like sweet as the master. You know you a bad. You know I'm a savage. They gon' let me in this club in these dirty vans. Clean money, I count stacks with these dirty hands. Do a show, cut the rack with my new advance. 50 bands, 80 bands, 100 bands. I'm the American dream.
Fender Viper. Seen it? Covered it. We know a thing or two.
Another day in the USA. Just another day in America. Kids from my hood look up to the
9 years old until I was probably 14. So the majority of that time was spent in orthodontist office, which is the most popular.
Good.
Right out of college, I was starting job interviews, meeting a bunch of new people, and
How that Spider-Man going, man?
parents spent all that money, and it's kind of all for a place. So when I heard Smile Correct, I was so excited.
It's fun.
We send invisible aligners directly to you. We straighten most smiles in an average of 6 months.
I was so excited to know that there was a company that was number 1 affordable and number 2 so convenient. You don't have to go to an orthodontist every month. You can go into a smile shop. They also have a kit that they can ship directly to your house. There's really no excuse to not try.
First opened in 2002. There's a look inside Ford Field here in downtown Detroit, the Motor City. Both teams emerging from the Ford Field tunnels just a short time ago. And, of course, the loudest cheers were reserved for the hometown Lions. They're set to go as they will match up with the Miami Dolphins.
What was his name on the Peter? Peter Parker. He played on The Great Gabby too.
Here's Jason
with Leonardo
DiCaprio.
DiCaprio.
Underway from Ford Field. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee.
A lot of people be playing with the Dolphins.
21-yard line. The drive starts with a handoff to Blount. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. Give him 10 yards there, and about by the nose of the football, he's going to have a first down.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that
Careful,
continues,
throat cancer, man.
for those guys trying to play some defense.
What up, cuz?
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And he'll be tackled.
Man, I got that Bra Hollow game down. Well, I got to
give him 4 yards
re-download
there. Second and 6.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
Introducing the well-connected Lincoln MKC.
And on the ground they go with a running back. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Andre Branch in on the stop.
What movie?
Boy, that's a lot of sirloin steak to be taken down for no gain, partner.
Oh, I ain't seen that,
Are you trying to suggest that he is a huge man?
He is
not just a big man, a huge man.
I like certain, you know, service moves.
That big tree and put him on the ground.
I know back when you played, it
I
took
don't like
you to
that.
take
No,
a
I
guy
don't.
like that down, right?
Well,
You like
sure.
Vanilla Sky.
You know what else? I didn't want to challenge him at dinner either.
Throwing on third down, Stafford.
Man, why you gonna drop the ball?
Incomplete. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the side.
You like Vanilla Sky.
Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
Oh, we can play Black Ops tonight.
On fourth down, a big call on the game's opening drive. They are going to go for it. It's Stafford.
What? Why he throw it to him?
Picked off by Rashad Jones. And he's able to get it back to the 33-yard line.
He threw it straight to the dude.
Ending their opening drive here in the first quarter.
Too many ones in this.
Cuz, man, what you doing?
First drive.
Saw that noise back there.
And that last one, that hurts.
Damn, that shit echoing. Yeah, I watched it.
A first carry for Kenyon Drake. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second
I watched
down.
it. They murked my girl.
You call an inside running play, you just know
Yeah, they
there
murked.
should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control.
Nah, that's wrong, man.
That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
Tommy, man, the real gangster. He the real gangster, Tommy. Ghost gonna hate him, man.
Second down, and the hit jarred loose. It's incomplete.
You get a tight end. He's used to dishing out punishment, but here he's one that has to absorb the contact. And as a
Ghost is
result,
like, no!
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. On third down,
No!
and this time not close to the 30. It'll be down at the 31-yard line. It's a gain of 5 on the play.
You sorry, holler.
I think we can safely say that those types of plays are the backbone of this offense. We know not every run's going to be a big hitter, but you know they'll take that type of result on each and every attempt.
Jason Sanders now for the Miami field
Teach
goal.
me the fucking game, Ghost.
This from 48 yards. And this one is no good. He missed it. And this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want.
Teach me the fucking game, Ghost. I'm watching Need for Speed.
Here's the Lion offense now as they get
Need for
ready to
Speed.
take over. That opening
The best
drive ended
movie.
with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said they lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit by putting some points on the board on this one.
Well, yeah, anybody can die now. Ghost probably.
Run sets up a very manageable second down.
Yeah, Ghost
Very
probably
solid
die next
gain on
week.
that play.
Get his head cut off.
And they'll go with a ground attack here. And he'll take this one across the 45 up to about the 46-yard line. And on the stop defensive.
Oh, yeah, he killed Terry.
And that's one of the reasons
He wanted to choke him anyway for going with Tosh.
the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And they'll run it here. And he's got a first down as he's up to the 48. Just a gain of a couple, but good enough to keep.
Yeah, he mad because he was boinking Tosh.
Backfield guy can take it the distance, but a short yardage trying to pick up first downs. That big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
He was boinking.
Now they try the right side here. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down.
An interesting and intriguing decision there defensively because they kept extra DBs on the field despite seeing the multiple tight end look that came out for the offense.
I thought they were going to switch
Their
out. I
hair
didn't know if they
smells
felt they
like
didn't have time or what the case was.
Well, in any event, the extra speed allowed for great penetration as they stuffed that one behind the line of scrimmage.
They'll try the air now with Stafford. And that one is incomplete. And it also concludes quarter number 1. Here with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin, as the Lions are in possession of the football here to begin quarter number 2. They do, however, have a tough third and long coming up.
You gonna be a camp counselor with
An incomplete pass on that last
some
play, and that
Carhartt
means
shoes.
they'll need to come up with something here on third down.
Tank top.
Now it's Stafford off the bootleg. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. A gain of 19 and picking up the first.
Really? Really? Did we just see that? That's a big catch. One-handed, I might add, to pick up a first down.
I was going to say on third down for the defense, it's one thing to give up a reception. You just got to shake your head on a one-handed catch.
Hell no, like Freddie.
And he
Freddie
stopped
ain't
immediately
fun.
there.
I mean, he ain't
The
scary.
tackle that time by William Hayes. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it?
Michael Myers,
just
no, Michael Myers.
Quick, and what a terrific
Still
play.
scared
Holding
that
him to
dude.
no gain.
Now a toss play to Blunt. And again, he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. On the stop was T.J. McDonald. Looked like he was trying to bounce it outside, but no success.
Yeah, sometimes you got to just figure out where you're going to go.
Jason, Jason was scared.
And trying to get it outside, the defensive pursuit was there.
He was
and just ran him down.
On third down, Stafford, and that is incomplete.
Trying to get that one to his tight end, and they've been trying to get the ball to him, but as of yet, unable to successfully complete one. But you know, there's usually a nice comfort zone in throwing to the tight end. Great sight lines, usually right in the middle of the field.
Well, you know, all of them on Dead by Daylight.
Down the Lions turn
all
over
of
to
them.
Matt Prater for the field goal drive. On the right hash, officially, this will be a 51-yard attempt. And that hits
what?
the crossbar.
Oh, my God, man, they be bullshitting.
And by just a couple of inches, this remains a scoreless game. Well, he had that one on target. That's half the battle. The other half of the battle, however, is distance.
Yeah, he looked fucked up when he was little.
But it was the crossbar that said otherwise, and that'll deny him a shot at 3.
Well, Miami gets ready to take over again on offense. Look back to the last week of the preseason. To be frank, not that anybody cares about week 4 of the preseason, but 34-7 over the Atlanta Falcons. But let's talk about the Dolphins. Let's talk about the start of the regular season. How's their schedule shaping up?
Well, they're going to play all their games in their own conference, all AFC games, and one divisional game against the New York Jets in week 2. But let's just start with the Tennessee Titans. To me, this comes down to a battle of quarterbacks that have to ascend. Marcus Mariota for Tennessee, and of course Ryan Tannehill for Miami. If those quarterbacks make their leap as they have to, their teams are going to have good years. But if you focus in on the Dolphins, they really need Tannehill to take control of this team.
He dumps it off to Dre. That'll be a pickup of just 2, and that'll lead here to a 3rd down. He was out there waving his arms, and when you got a quarterback out of the pocket looking for any help, I guess waving the arms is helpful.
It certainly is, because you got to get his attention, because now you're in scramble drill. So everyone's adjusting their routes, finding open space, and he found the right spot for the completion.
On 3rd and short, Dre, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. Remain in a scoreless first half. We'll come back to Ford Field after this. Now on first down, break again. And he's going to be stopped up at the 47-yard line. The linebacker, Christian Jones, there to make the stop.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
On 2nd down, it's Drake. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Credit the tackle that time to Deshaun Hand. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold him to no gain.
Throwing on 3rd down, Tannehill. It's complete to Graham. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down.
Man, why is this dude trying to run
on first down, Tannehill. He goes underneath the Drake.
Why he keep jumping?
Big gainer that time. This one goes for 19 yards. First down now, but that clock rolling.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there. getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, but if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping down the zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's going to get this back to the 3-yard line and no further. Call it no gain that time as it's going to leave him with a third and about 3 to go. On third down, it's Drake, and not going to be able to push this forward. He runs into a wall right at the line of scrimmage. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the second quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This a chip shot, a 20-yarder. Sanders' kick is good. So 2 quarters down, 2 remain. Charles and I return after the break. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these 2 teams as we come back for this second half. Martin, the punter, now out to kick it away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Out comes the Dolphins now. They'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. They have the lead. Now they'll be looking to extend that lead.
And this is where I enjoy talking about one of my favorite subjects, tendency breakers, or counters as I also like to call them. You've done things in a certain way in the first half, and they've had the ability to see what you've done. They're going to make their adjustments. So guess what? You adjust yourself and try and stay ahead of the pace because you are looking for some separation in this ballgame.
The adjustment to the adjustment.
Without a doubt. Show them one thing, hit them with something else.
They'll start the drive with Drake. And he'll take this up only to about his 18-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
Yeah, and they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin, too.
On second down, here's Tannehill. And the Lions pressure too strong. Down he goes. Devon Kennard. He's the one that got to him. He takes him down for a loss of 9. 3rd and long, it's Tannehill. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, the fans should be applauding this defense right now. It's an excellent job. They force a 3-and-out, and they should be able to set up their guys in great field position, probably near midfield or better.
Here's Matt Hawk now, as his first punt will come from inside his own end zone. And now a low liner. I think he mishit it. And this ball is going to be touched down just shy of midfield. So we're going to look at the Lions offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They were able to get the stop defensively, and now a chance to turn that into points on the offensive end.
Can you imagine what the grease board looks like at the half? Because
tell me.
That's exactly what they printed up. Stop them on defense, get the ball back for our offense, and go downfield and score some points. Now, the last part remains to be seen, but they got the first part done very well.
Do people use grease boards, or you mean the magic marker boards?
Yeah, those two.
And they'll try the ground game here with the running back. Oh, now he bowls him over. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 12 yards on that one. It earns him a fresh set of downs.
And that's the big fella's MO right there. Running through tackles, keeping the sticks moving forward. This defense, if you don't bring 11 guys to the ball to try and get him on the ground, he's going to keep making runs like that. I feel the press box shaking every time he touches the rock.
And they'll go ground game here with a tailback. And he'll take this down just shy of the 25-yard line. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Cameron Wake makes plays like that look simple because I think he plays with excellent leverage. Really does a nice job of being lower than the offensive guys trying to block him and gets underneath them and goes up and down the line of scrimmage to make those types of plays.
They kept him to a short run play there. And they'll go on the ground down to the 25. He'll pick up only a yard there, and it'll leave him with a 3rd and 7.
Looks like they're establishing a pretty good pattern here because they've been very heavy in the running game on the last 4 plays.
Yeah, you took the words right out of my mouth. So far, 4 plays in this drive, all 4 on the ground. The Lions on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 7. A shotgun snap for Stafford. And the pressure gets to him and brings him down. Stafford is sacked. Cameron Wake in there to get him for a loss of 9, and that'll lead to 4th down. So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. He's going to need a little mustard on this one. It'll be a 51-yard attempt. And that is he missed it just wide of the upright, and this score will stay right where it is. So 2 missed field goals for him now, and that's helped keep them with a big 0 on the scoreboard.
Well, it's not the only reason they have a 0. The offense has been bogged down a few times now, but it's certainly not helping the cause any at all.
Tannehill and the Dolphins break the huddle. Come up 1st and 10 at the 41-yard line. Drake will start the drive on the ground. And he'll be brought down, losing yardage back at the 40. It's a loss of a yard there, and now 2nd down. Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper into the game.
Right back to Drake. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 10 yards. And that is going to set up a 3rd and 1.
Look, the 1st down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big pickup, and guess what? It's now 3rd and very short in order to try and pick up a 1st down.
Back now at Ford Field. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these 2 teams as we get set for the 4th quarter. On 1st down, Drake, and he'll take it inside the 40 to the 39-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. the gun. Hurdles past him. And he gets this one all the way down inside the 20-yard line. That's good for 22 and a first down.
Well, it is our business to analyze what we saw out there, and on that play, I saw a defense staying in base, not taking a chance, not blitzing in a situation where they absolutely need the football back. That's either a case of overthinking it or not thinking it through.
If you do blitz, do you have to be careful about where you're coming from, or are you just coming from all angles?
You have to be careful about where you're coming from, obviously, but at this stage, you have to take a few chances as well.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play there. Second down. The fourth quarter here, they've got the lead. They want to keep it on the ground. That's what they're doing.
Smart football. Keep the clock grinding. Keep it going. But you got to figure now, they're going to see more people stacked up at the line of scrimmage as they try and bleed it out.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Ashawn Robinson there on the stop. Now the objective there, I mean, yes, the positive gain, that's nice, but work some clock.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but the problem for them is still within a possession. So they can't just sit on it running the ball. They'll have to find a way to throw it effectively as well.
Take it all the way down and just take the delay. And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long. From the gun on 3rd down, Tannehill. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. It's an 8-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up a 4th down. Time for a break. We're back to see what happens after this. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. The kick by Sanders is good, and that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get to 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down.
If you gonna kick it away,
after the field goal,
play
here comes Sanders to kick it away.
You know how to power the game, man.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And a couple yards deep, he'll go to a knee. He won't return it. And they'll take it out to the 25. So the Lions offense ready to go back out onto the field. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, well, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he powers his way up past the 30. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. And a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. They'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down. Hey, a little bit of an unconventional call there.
Yeah, but it worked, and how great was that? That's got to give them a lift in this situation.
Back to throw.
What the fuck? Why are you throwing to
It's
him?
intercepted. Picked off by Rashad Jones. And they will be set up now as he brings this thing all the way back inside the...
Garbage in this shit, man.